He is the best of the best in the world of thieves. As long as you give him a chance to get close to a passerby, he will use lightning-fast techniques to steal their phone and wallet. Some people have the sunglasses hanging on their chests stolen without even realizing it. But it is precisely this exceptional thieving skill that will ultimately bring him trouble. This evening, a woman carrying a bag on the street catches Jimmy's attention. The woman looks nervous, yet she never takes her eyes off the bag, which indicates there must be something valuable inside. So when the woman rests with her head down, Jimmy makes his move. In just 1 second, he silently steals the bag from the woman's side. Afterward, Jimmy heads to a corner on the street to check what's inside the bag. The result disappoints him. There's only a wig and a teddy bear. The only thing of any value is a cell phone. So he decisively keeps the phone, then stuffs the rest of the items back into the bag and casually tosses it into a pile of trash by the roadside. This action also saves his life. Just a few steps after Jimmy leaves the trash pile, a violent explosion suddenly erupts behind him. Fortunately, the explosion is far enough away that Jimmy only suffers minor injuries, but those who were close to the trash pile aren't so lucky. More than a dozen people are killed on the spot. Only then does Jimmy realize there was something wrong with that bag. To avoid being implicated, he quickly leaves the scene. It turns out that terrorists had planted a bomb inside the teddy bear. They had originally planned to use it to blow up a government building, but when the woman saw so many innocent employees inside, she hesitated. So, ignoring her partner's advice, she decided to throw the bomb into the river to dispose of it. Unexpectedly, through a twist of fate, Jimmy ended up detonating it. Although it didn't hit the intended target, the bomb still went off. So the terrorists immediately posted a threatening video online, declaring that in 24 hours, they would blow up all of Paris. To calm public anxiety, the Director of National Security announced that suspects would be apprehended within 12 hours. Based on surveillance footage from the scene, the police obtained a photo of the person who discarded the bag. At the same time, CIA agents at the Paris office, using their technological advantages, found even clearer surveillance video. Before long, they had obtained Jimmy's complete profile. Jimmy is originally an American who was arrested for theft. During his bail period, he fled to Paris. To avoid affecting relations between the two countries, they dispatched their top agent, Breyer, intending to capture Jimmy before the police could. At this moment, Jimmy also senses the danger. He sees that the TV is full of news about the manhunt for him. So he quickly straps all the money he's stolen over the years to his body, then prepares to flee. But as soon as he steps outside, he sees the agent downstairs showing his photo around and asking about his whereabouts. With no other option, he can only return to his room, then open the bedroom window and climb out without hesitation. Standing on this smooth and slanted rooftop, one wrong step could send him tumbling down. Worse still, he has barely taken a few steps before being spotted by Breyer, who has searched his way outside. Seeing the fierce look on the other man's face, Jimmy is terrified and quickly scrambles to his feet to continue his escape. Breyer follows close behind. At this moment, no matter how dangerous it is to run across the rooftops, Jimmy doesn't dare stop for even half a second. Otherwise, it's only a matter of time before he's caught. The two chase from the rooftop all the way down to ground level. Finally, Jimmy, relying on his knowledge of the terrain, runs into a crowded marketplace. Then, using his old trade, he steals a jacket and a pair of sunglasses. After disguising himself, he finally shakes off the agent behind him. But Jimmy still doesn't dare let his guard down. He locks his eyes on a motorcycle nearby, then pretends to accidentally bump into the driver while walking. But in reality, he has already lifted the keys from the man's body at that moment. Jimmy thinks that this way he can ride the motorcycle and successfully escape the marketplace. But unexpectedly, just a few meters after riding off, he's spotted by the agent.
Yeah, motherfucker, now what?
Jimmy is then taken by Breyer to a secret interrogation room. There will be no standard interrogation procedures here. If Jimmy doesn't admit to the charge of committing a terrorist attack, Breyer will use violent means to beat him to death. Jimmy hastily explains the entire sequence of events, insisting that he is just a petty thief. But every time he steals, he chooses blind spots in the surveillance coverage, so there is no video that can prove he stole the bag. For the sake of both being Americans, Breyer decides to give him one chance to prove himself. So he deliberately releases Jimmy and lets him walk up to him. Jimmy calmly touches Breyer's clothes a few times and explains that this is his method of theft, using it to distract Breyer's attention. However, this time what he steals isn't the wallet, but all the cash inside it.